The year's 2012, the week has finally ended, and 11-year-old me has just made it to my friend's house. My guy Brandon and I have got the Lunchables on deck, way too many sugary snacks, and enough soda to fuel a weekend of hijinks. But most importantly, we've saved up enough cash to buy one copy of Assassin's Creed 3. We toss that bad boy into his Xbox 360, and immediately we're transported to 18th century colonial America, fighting Templars, performing parkour stunts, and debating whether Ezio or Connor is truly the GOAT. Now, the reason I bring up this bright spot from my childhood, spending what was roughly an entire season trying to beat that game, is because the very studio behind it, and a few other gems, has become my least favorite, my most hated video game studio of all time. Alright guys, y'all know what time it is. Grab some Taco Bell, look longingly into the eyes of your nearest pet, and get ready for me to ramble for the next... just start the video. Now, I am not a Ubisoft aficionado, so before you hit my comment section talking about how fun the latest Ghost Recon game is, just know that this isn't a deep dive. It is an explanation of the things that I personally hate in gaming, things that, oh, would you look at that, Ubisoft happens to do all the damn time. Now, as we relax, we will explore these topics through several different games, as I break down specific things that slowly made me dread or grow disdain for Ubisoft. For many people, Assassin's Creed was their introduction to Ubisoft, the game that opened their eyes to what open world gaming could one day be. For me, even though I loved the early Assassin's Creed entries, it was Watch Dogs that really blew my mind. That was the game that made me feel like gaming was changing forever. From the moment it starts, you can see how much thought and genuine intent went into it. The serious tone, the mechanics reinforcing the themes of corruption, surveillance, and the price of peace, all of it felt meaningful for probably about the first half of the game. But eventually, the cracks showed. The hacking was cool until you realized that those NPC bios didn't matter. Aiden was a brooding guy who never really earned any of my empathy, and by the time I was slogging through points of interest, the thrill was gone. Even with all its flaws, Watch Dogs is still something that I'd recommend to a new gamer or someone looking to revisit that era of video games. But Watch Dogs 2? That was the first Ubisoft game that genuinely felt like all style, no substance. Cool characters stuck in a meandering plot, goofy hipster hacker humor, and a gameplay loop that somehow made an open world feel empty. That was when I started veering away from Ubisoft. The spark was gone. And even if I couldn't name it back then, the beginning of what I call the Ubisoft loop was the very reason I ended up dropping Watch Dogs 2 and never looked back. For me, their games stopped feeling like games, they started feeling like a great first few hours, followed by a checklist until the credits rolled. And that leads me to my next point. If you've ever played a modern Ubisoft game, you already know these games aren't designed to be fun or to deliver some meaningful message. They're designed to be digital marketplaces. Ubisoft just doesn't seem interested in making great games anymore. They're interested in creating giant repositories of microtransactional hell. Systems designed to reach into your pocket at every turn. And this isn't just me being salty either. Look at almost anything they've made in the last decade. The only time they haven't done that is whenever they've been called out on it and they knew that without the financial backing of their player base, they were going to be in trouble. Looking at you, AC Shadows. But more to my point, these are full price funnels for what they really want to sell you. Loot boxes, 99-cent skins, weapon cosmetics, and content that 10 years ago would have been a part of the base game. Like, bro, you're making me pay extra for the base game at this point? Are you kidding me, Ubisoft? And you want to know what's so crazy as well is that I don't even hate microtransactions or live service games. Helldivers 2 is repetitive, but it respects my time and it lets me choose when to engage with that part of the game. Another awesome example of this could even be Vampire the Masquerade not Bloodlines, guys. I know I just awakened a I meant to say Blood Hunt's Battle Pass, but I've been talking to my guy Ash a lot about Bloodlines 2 lately, so sorry. It's Anyway, the difference is that Ubisoft prioritizes their bottom line over the players who made them successful. They exploit the very trust they built over the decades, and what you're left with is a product that doesn't care if you enjoy it, as long as you pay for it. As you all know, the drink is that sugary sweet hit of goodness that transports you into your happy place after you've gobbled up what was meant to be a good meal. Even if the burgers and fries were stale, greasy, and unappetizing, at least the drink was good, right? Wrong. Leading up to the launch of Watch Dogs Legion, I'm not gonna lie to you, your boy was excited. It expanded on the aspect of the first game that I loved, and it seemed like the story was getting back to a more serious tone and leaving that hipster humor behind. And every piece of promo and marketing material made it just seem like this game was going to be the game when it came to polishing those rough edges and finally getting back to what made Ubisoft good at what they used to do. Great stories, compelling characters, in an immersive and sprawling setting. But guys, this is a King's Rant, so you already know that's not what the hell we got. I played the first half of Watch Dogs Legion before the game immediately dropped into what I'd consider the worst combination of all of Ubisoft's worst design flaws. Now that is the perfect example of the drink. The thing that should have been sweet, but instead tastes like flat soda and financial regret. And honestly, is there anyone who actually likes this game? If there is, please don't comment. I will hide you from my channel and post a damn screenshot of shame on my community tab. Like, people have been complaining about Assassin's Creed Japan Edition. Oh no, it's gonna... Shut up. Bro, y'all are just finding out that Ubisoft ain't themothy? Nah, I tried to be nice and constructively frame this rant in a way that was coherent, but it boils down to this. Ubisoft, as a staff, game developer, and publisher, represents everything I hate about modern gaming, especially when I gave them so many chances just to get it right. And if you work at Ubisoft, catch me outside. And if you want to be down with Ubisoft, catch me outside. In all seriousness, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more of my content. I'll upload more when I have the time and not drowning in college homework, existential dread, and flaming hot Cheeto dust. Peace.